Hi, this is Lynn with Educating with Wisdom, and I'm the ambassador for Heaven's creating and protecting goddesses and archangels over life. And we're going to be moving this word over, ambassador, to a body, which is servant, which is what God asked the people that brought down the agriculture, that they would be the servants or the ambassadors representing heaven. So this is where we're moving to. I'm going to show Palm Beach County and a few others so that they understand this still shows up in my account. Certain things still show up. I would like to think that Mr. Trump agreed, and I'm pretty sure England agreed with uniting with Canada and the United States and bringing Australia over and giving Australia then to China. But before I get into that point, let's go in and take a look at when I cut the video that I had not yet sent to Palm Beach County. After I made the offer again to a few embassies. When I didn't submit the video right away to Palm Beach County and write to them right away, they put a gray box with a red X in it in my video account, the Snagit account, and every time I cut a video, that would move to the front. It didn't matter what the date was. So we're going to go in and I'm tired, so we're going to go see this. Here we go. Let's come out of this and come in here. Now here's the very top. And here's an example of that video. This is the first time it moved forward. Oops, let's see if it opens. Come on, you. I'll put us on pause. I was actually really shocked. Here it is, the intro to Palm Beach County, and notice it's a red, it's been X'd out. And that was April 3rd, 2019. This is after Alan had taken things out of my phone, and I've been stalked by these occultists, and these are examples of some of them. It happens again on the 4th. I've done this other video. In fact, I've done all these videos in between. Let's go back to this. This is where it begins. Now, I did this video here. It should have been the 29th. Should have been, I think it was down here originally. We'll check it. But I did it down here. And when I didn't send it off to Palm Beach County School District, every time I do a video, this pops up and goes to the front of everything, regardless. Even though the original is down here and it's online. Let's go to where it is online. Oh, wait a minute. There's the stalkers. Oh yeah, these are all the kinds of people that stalked. Oh, it's bad, really bad, and oh, even more. Okay, so where's intro to Palm Beach County School District? So this must be it. Right, March 30th, so that means I would have done it on the 29th.
This is because we've worked with kids, and I know we've all worked with kids. We say to ourselves,
all right. So this is here. And then periodically I would take pictures of it to document that that's what was going on. And, oops, let's put us on pause. Now these are the last sets of screenshots that I've taken. So since I've done this video here, it moved up here. There we go. Now let's see what happens when this is no longer here and something else is there. That was the original. So now this was the one which we showed a few moments ago. I cut this one and now this is moved to the front. Okay. Oh, this is what they're recommending that I get. I get paid for, which is really odd. I will get, when I put this up the other day, somebody said, I set you up for a profit site, done, because I did not know what I'm going to ask for, to be paid for when I put my case in. I'm not a good person when it comes to asking for a lot of money because I know that I have so many assets I have to work with anyway. But I do need to be able to survive because I'm not surviving right this minute. So notice this shows up. And it was part of this site. So I'm going to go in and show that to you because this is significant. I'm going to show you how they do this. Let's come out of this for a moment. Actually, I can just open up another site. I don't want to see that. Now, this is what's really weird, and they're constantly manipulating my sites. But let's go in and take a peek so that you see it. Here are notices. There we go. 3 days ago. Now watch this, because when we open this up, you're not going to see anything. It's not there. They just write it out of thin air. It's very weird. Oh, comment. Oh, let's go back to this. Right here, I'll make this bigger. So here this is. Mike Parabim commented because I didn't know how much I should ask for immediate relief. I set you up auto profit site with done for you 6K monthly income. It's ready-made website with content, blah, blah, blah. But watch this. When you click on it, there's nothing here. So let's go see. You will see.
Hi, this is Lynn with Educating with Wisdom, and I just...
So when I go through and do this, there are no comments. The comment isn't there. Nothing. Well, let's go back again. And this is what I was thinking about. I didn't say anything, but there is actually no comment on this site. I get this all the time. I get a lot of it. Okay. So let's come into the Tom. Oops. Tom is in the Bing search for male arsenic. When I was doing Greek research, I was looking up what is male in Greek. And as I was doing the Tulsi Gebhardt, this is what shows up, and this is what tells me that they would like to do. Well, they wanted my Tom Maguire records concerning Biden to show that he knew that American citizens were cyberstalked and cyber monitored in horrific ways, and also that showed the culpability of the Bushes in the assassination of the Serbian president. My work was used then, and I was a civilian. I was a good Samaritan. So when you look this up, it's Avranos. All of a sudden you see Tom here. And that's the Tom Maguire war file with the email, also showing that Biden was aware of things. Now, why would Microsoft agree to this? Because there is no Tom. It does not mean this. Why would Microsoft agree? Why would Bill Gates? Because President Trump and the whole group, because I'm monitored, got notice that when they die, the judgment has already occurred. So we're looking at mitigating what this judgment is about. And they really do need to publicly repent and make restitutions. And they really do need this case to go through. Because what will happen is that if you've been instrumental in setting up abortion and war and all those things, when you die, you will step into all of these existences, everything that you use to destroy things. So Bill Gates has been instrumental in supporting abortion, and his father was instrumental in supporting abortion. Martin Luther King Jr. was instrumental in supporting abortion. He supported Hugh Hefner. There are a lot of African American men. There are a lot of men involved in pornography. They're very instrumental in supporting these people that went out and changed feminism. People that are instrumental in destroying people's lives and instrumental in destroying the environment. When they die, they have to go into these things. They have to go through and experience them. If you don't know if you're a male or female, you can come back as a worm. I mean, it's all part of a learning curve, but you have to experience the repercussions of what you've done. There's no freebie here. So from the perspective of Microsoft and the rest of them, it's more important to put something out there than as a sign, so that people take this very seriously. These people that are high up understand that they don't have to destroy the population. I will help them keep things in check, and God will be there. And the masses do need to be kept in check. I pointed out to them early on, I knew who crucified Jesus, and it was the masses. The elite can set you up, but the masses make sure you're crucified. And so everybody was judged. So the reason why Tom shows up is those records are definitely needed. The offers that have put out were definitely needed. Now, I have a lot that I could show you right now. It's been really tough not putting this case out, and Jesus has made sure that I've been dragging along, but as I've been dragging along, I have learned so much. So has Trump, and honestly, folks, Biden and Trump and all of them are on the same page. I mean, you think that they're adversaries. Biden isn't. Biden needs to come out with these things too. And so when I said Hillary Clinton, because I was instrumental on October the 26th when I showed, of 2016, when I showed my documents to the West Palm Beach office, you know, you can't whistleblow anything in this country. And I have a video online that shows me calling, trying to make contact with real people in Washington or Barr. I don't think Barr is investing anybody. Nobody there knows how to contact him. And actually, you get hit with just voicemail, whether it's a senator's office or a representative's office. Nobody has any authority. And when I contacted the West Palm Beach Republican office and said, look, I would like to come in and help President Trump and get, expedite these things, the local office literally said to me, well, we really don't have anything to do with the national. And I said, this is what makes me think that I have got to be in a program. I mean, how do you say to somebody, look, I'd like to be able to share this with you, and the man is supposedly doing these things, and you've got people on the other end saying, oh, but we really don't have any relationship to the Republican Party. We're just the Republican Party. Or we're just the Democrats, but we really don't have any relationship to anybody. So I figure, and the churches don't have any relationship. So it's really playing on education, which brings me to a very important point. There is no way African American women don't want the information in this deal that I have. There's just no way. I worked with African American women. I whistle-blew to help African American kids. But on top of that, Barack Obama, when he got my information, never implemented anything. African American civil rights leaders never implemented anything. And until we come out with what's really going on and what really drove African Americans here, and as I've said in videos, you got sold into slavery by your own people. And the Portuguese and the Catholic Church did more to enslave Africans than any other group of people. So when you have all these African priests walking around talking about the brotherhood of men and pointing fingers at us, they made a fortune enslaving you. They made a fortune supporting the countries that went abroad, because those countries then gave them their gold and everything else. Those misogynistic gay men, when they speak of love, no. So we have a very important statement to make, because why wouldn't Barack Obama have pointed out the relationship between the AIDS research base, the Yangtze there, and the Yangtze with CNA? And why wouldn't Barack Obama have pointed out the dragon and the red dragon? That's because Barack Obama and all of them are these elitists that were basically burying us. And now we have people like Trump and Biden. I'm not saying Biden doesn't want, because Biden knows he's a dead man walking. And I already predicted in 2019, 2020, I said, you can never have a secure election. It's never going to happen. We haven't had one. And no matter who's in it, we always have Jewish people. They've surrounded Biden and his family. They surrounded Clinton, and they surrounded Trump. And by the way, when I put my offer out in 2019, when Epstein was picked up, they were ready to play. And so was the Crown. And then they picked Maxwell up. But we can't move anything, can we? I can't make a call. I can't whistleblow. And the only thing I can do is put this case in and tell the district that I am not your enemy. We're going to go out there and help the world. And Tulsi Gibbard is absolutely instrumental. I cannot convey how important she is, both in terms of what she brings as being in the military, but also this whole education program that is taking the group of students towards at the end of high school and putting them into mandatory conscription, gives them further time to grow up, but let their conscription be in areas that look after national emergency relief, community building, and then getting their additional business courses as well as their family and psychology and those other basic courses that they should have to round themselves out towards their degree. And that would then set them up for the rest of their free education. I mean, the program that I have set aside, I've just mentioned that to you. It's far more extensive than this, and it would be wonderful for everyone. To have some form of this would help girls in education in Africa. It would help girls in education in India to put these things out there. You have no idea how important these things are to women and children. So, how important matrilocality is. That's why it says a man will leave his mother and father and will cleave to his wife. It says it 4 times in the Bible, and then it shows it with the Abraham, and everybody piles in to where Sarah's supposed to be. I mean, this is called matrilocality. So anyway, with that, obviously these other people are not on your side. Oh, and the last thing I wanted to say, what really threw me in November, early November of 2019, I mean, I've been reporting things left and right. You know, there's a lot to be said about Elon Musk saying that this is got to be some sort of extensive video, something or other. Because I just cannot believe what I'm seeing. It's like, how do you deliberately do the wrong thing? How do you call up to whistleblow and have a case completely be fabricated? But today, you can't even reach your senator. You can't reach the House of Representatives. I have to call an embassy in order to get a real person who can do something. This is, we don't exist anymore. So when I say we don't exist anymore, we have to now go on and begin to exist as a new entity, because the old entity has dissolved. It's non-existent anymore. But in November, early November of 2019, I got a vaccination because Ann Better kept calling me saying, oh, you know, get a vaccine, get a vaccine. And every time I get a vaccine, I get sicker. So I didn't want to, but I went. And I got my shot in my arm. And the next day I woke up and it hurt all in here. And I thought, why would it hurt all in here? And I thought, did I do something with my book bag that did something in here? Is that what I do because I lug around my book bag? A week later, it's still hurting all in here. When I reach in the morning, I have all swollen lymph nodes. Pardon me. And I say to myself, nanotechnology. How are they going to get the nanotechnology in? And I get up in the morning and I go in and I say something to my mother, who had a shot done like 3 weeks earlier. And she said, or 3 weeks before me, and she said, Lynn, the same thing happened to me and my whole side of my breast is all sore. She said, it doesn't feel right. In fact, I called my doctor and I'm having a mammogram done. And I had a mammogram done later and nothing showed up. My mother was sore, and she was sore all through here, and it went on for 6-7 months. I still feel it. And it used to feel like things were digging into my skin, into my lymph nodes, and it burrowed in deeper and deeper and deeper. And this went on I mean, I really felt this for 9 months. I still feel this. It still hurts. And it's not like one little spot. It's all over. So what I wanted to say is these shots, we have no idea what they're giving people. It's like this virus, when I said, it's this AIDS, it's related to the AIDS people, and it tells us in Revelations that those who would destroy and corrupt the earth, they want you to get their diseases. They don't want you to fix yourself. These are just a nihilist. Okay? Yeah, they are. And a lot of them are Apollo worshippers, which is really funny because HR, which they think is Horus, is not. It's Horian. It's plural. HR is plural for plural people, the Horians, and had nothing to do with Horus. Everything is wrong. Everything, it's like Aristotle telling you that women are the negative sign. Women are the neutral DNA. Men have less DNA. Men have less DNA than women. They're the negative sign. Everything is wrong. The men are to cleave to women. When it says go out and spread yourselves around the world, and this is in Genesis 1, those are all vegans. Nobody's eating meat in that statement. And all the animals just eat herbs. When these men are citing all these things, when it goes into Genesis 17, the Greek is so fallacious. When you read the Leningrad Codice, everything from Abraham, which is Ava's uterus, they made the individual up. That's the actual translation, is for Haman, and it's all Goyim. All the nations are Goyim, which is like low life. People that are just interested in short-term pleasures. And God's people come from Sarah. The Hebrew is very different. Isaac only gets the land deal. That's it. It's a very different story. So I'm very concerned about the vaccines. I'm also very concerned about the environment, and I have a few videos up there that said the churches did not do their job. I was a volunteer manager of a natural foods co-op. We should be having bulk done in the churches. We should teach people about all these things. It's all part of our agricultural background of why we're here. But I'm going to say good night for now. And thank you. And I'm sorry if I rambled for Palm Beach, but they needed to understand, or somebody needed to understand the basics. There we go.